Today I wanted to record a quick video on clipping technique. Clipping technique is something that I found to be extremely hard when I first started leading, and I wasted a ton of time on the wall, but it's an area which technique and a little bit of practice when you're sitting at home watching some YouTube videos, you can easily kind of master this skill, and it really becomes useful when you're out there working on some really hard climbs. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to clip all of these different clips, these different draws with my right hand, and I'm going to face them left to start, and then I'll flip them around and face them to the right and show you each of the different techniques I use in different situations. The one thing I do want to say before we get started is that you should always be grabbing the rope from your harness in order to keep you from Z-clipping. Okay, so now that we understand that, let's start with the gates facing to the left, and I'm clipping with my right hand. So now, in this situation, what I typically tend to do, no matter where the draw is located in relationship to my body, I'm always going to grab over the rope. I'm going to pinch the rope between my thumb and my index finger. And as you can see here, it's really kind of on the side of my index finger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to steady the draw with my middle finger and flip the rope right in using the rope to open up the gate. I find that this works in really any situation in which you're clipping with your right hand and the gate is facing to the left, or you're clipping with the left hand and the gate is facing to the right. So as you can see, I'm reaching out here, bang, works every time. Even a low, awkward clip, nice and easy. Now, let me flip these draws around. Okay, so the area that I really had a lot of issue with when I first started leading was when I'm clipping to the right, I'm clipping with my right hand and the gates are also facing to the right. So now we have the draws here set up at a couple different places on the wall, and so that I can show you kind of in relation to my body how I do some different techniques. The first is on an overhung climb with the gate facing to the right. I'm clipping with my right hand and the draw is kind of directly above me or even a little bit to my left. And I'm clipping with my right hand. What I typically tend to do is I grab underneath the rope with my palm facing up, and I put the rope between my thumb and my index finger. And then I reach up, I grab behind the draw, and I use my thumb to push open the gate. Now let me show you facing the draw. So I grab the rope, palm up between my thumb and my index finger. I reach up, and I use my thumb to push open the gate by pushing the rope directly behind the plane of the draw. Now, this works best when you can kind of use your thumb and get the leverage with your hand kind of behind the draw. It doesn't really work as well if you're reaching out to the side and you have to kind of twirl your hand or twirl the draw in order to push the rope into the gate and have the gate open. So now when the draws are facing out to the side and I need to still hit this clip, but this is a little bit of an awkward maneuver to really reach my hand and place it behind. What I do in this situation is that I grab the rope from above and I put the rope between my index finger and my middle finger and above my thumb. And then I reach over and I steady the rope with my thumb on the back spine. I steady the draw, with my thumb on the back spine and use the weight of the rope to open up the gate as I kind of place it around. And what this does is, in all of these techniques, they don't ever put your thumb or your fingers into the draw so that you could potentially catch your fingers or put yourself in a precarious situation where you could get hurt. Obviously our fingers are important, we're rock climbers and we don't want to see that happen. So this technique, once again, I'm reaching over with my palm facing down. I put the rope in between my index finger and my middle finger and above my thumb. And I'm reaching out and I'm able to use the rope to open up the draw by placing my thumb against the spine and really just using the leverage of the rope and the weight of the rope to open up the gate, plop it right in to the draw. Now where this doesn't work so well, this technique, is when you're in a really tight situation and it's hard to get leverage on the gate. And it's hard to get it open. So you kind of have to force it a little bit more. Now I don't really like to do that. What I like to do in this situation where I'm making this awkward clip, probably my lowest probability clip when I'm leading, I typically like to put the rope, I like to pinch it right in my index finger, the way you see it here. And then what I do is I grab the draw with my middle finger and my thumb, and I pinch it, and I use my knuckle to push the draw open, push the gate open, and drop the rope into the draw. So let me show you here. So I grab it, I pinch it in my index finger. The rope is facing kind of towards the draw, and then I use my middle finger and thumb to steady the draw, and then I use my knuckle to kind of push open, push the rope across the plane of the gate and open the gate and drop it right in. I find that to be the hardest technique to master, but it really helps me out in my lowest probability situations, which I don't really encounter this type of clip very often, but when I do, I find myself a lot more comfortable since I've learned this technique. So these are my favorite clipping techniques. I hope this helps you. As a reminder, you never want your fingers to enter the plane of the gate or put yourself in a situation where you're pushing open the gate with your fingers. You can get stuck, you can get hurt, and I don't want to see that happen. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.